Are you looking for Star Wars collections? Yeah, well, I'm going to see one later today. If I could do nothing but go around the world vlogging people's collections, I would do that. I would totally do that. That would be so much fun, no matter what they collected. You know what I'm saying? Well, especially Star Wars stuff and stuff that, you know, I enjoy. Okay, well, you can join me too, but I don't think that people collect dogs, or at least they shouldn't, because you're living, all right? Now, let's wait in silence while Gretchen gets a baguette that you can have none of. Life has been interesting lately. I'm going to be producing an AI vibe coding event in a few weeks, hosted by Amazon, now sponsored by Rocket, not the dog, rocket.new. It's an AI vibe coding platform. I'm also going to be sponsored by Stately Cloud. They're providing pizzas. I had an anonymous sponsor come in. I can't really talk about them because they're anonymous. And a couple of other sponsors that are kind of there, but I got to wait for the contracts to be signed before they're officially official. Either way, I've been staying busy, and with any luck, I'll be producing those events every month because I'm going to be vibe coding anyway. It's fun! I just can't count on anybody to rescue me, so I'm basically doing it myself, which is pretty much what I've always done. Well, of course I vibe coded the website, control-alt-create.live, and yeah, you can join if you want. It's a free event. It'll be a few hours long. You come there with your own laptop. I give everybody a keyword for the night, and then you vibe code, whether or not you have any experience with software development, because it's for everybody, especially if you're a creative type. But I'm hoping that you'll be able to make it, and if not, I know others will, because we've kind of already sold out, so to speak, because it's a free event. That one's only $1.60.
What is it?
Discounted, that's what that is.
No, but what's in it?
Silk protein. So silk and protein. It's super duper delicious too.
It has 5 grams of sugars. It's not unsweetened.
Not bad. When's it due? Oh,
no.
yesterday?
This week, yeah.
Store number 2.
It was like coming out of like a cave. And they're like, oh, this is the real world. Like past the bunker stuff.
I'm an excellent purse holder.
Thank you.
I'd like to get this, but someone's already claimed it. Someone named Tabitha. It's on sale. Store number 3 for cheese. Vegan cheese. Yeah, and I think we get an even better deal than this. Like half off of the sale price, which is a great deal. Where'd she go? She's getting a basket? Oh man, how much cheese are we going to get? Won't be able to poop for a year. There she is. I think I found it. So we can make the Karate Kid pizza. This is it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And we can get how many of them?
It seems like we can get as many as we want, as we understand.
Holy shit! It's $4.49 normally for this. 50% off is expensive. Jesus. The hell? You wanted to get something bluey for Jedi's birthday? Just get her some diapers. Okay. Let's see the Skittles, just for comparison. See, look, Skittles, half off is not a bad deal, because that's a low price for that. But I'm not going to drink it. Ooh. It's not a great deal. Come on, man. Ooh. For this, feel that. That's mostly air, and they normally want $2.49 for that. Even at half off, you get like 4 chips. That's crazy. This is how you shop. 77% off.
I have to take some pictures.
Oh, man.
This is good. They
Yeah.
have a lot of flavor going on.
We're going to be here a while, aren't we? I can't put any bumper stickers on because it's a lease.
You can put
So.
those other things. You put the magnets.
Yeah, but then people would take them. On to store number 4? 5. I've lost count. She needs clothespins, and this is a pretty good deal. 60 for just $1.25. I remember when it used to just be $1. Everything's going up. Everything. Store number 72 this morning. These bars are normally like $2 a piece, but Gretchen always finds the coupons, so they drop down to what, 79 cents a piece? Mm-hmm. Yeah, dang good deal, and they're very flavorful and very vegan. But they really haven't updated this section for the past week or so, unfortunately. I'm still on the fence on the spicy pickled onions. There are people swarming at the bread. Bread vultures, Gretchen. We're in trouble. More bluey butt stuff on sale. Store number 113. Yep. Getting some celery for the tegfu salad. I love how you're doing that. I mean, it's like you're picking up dog poop.
Well, but I don't want my hands to get wet.
I know, I hear ya.
And I'm probably going to get a paper towel.
Plus, you don't know where that's been.
I don't know where that's been.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
I want the best one. Is this a good one?
Yeah, looks like the one. Looks better than these carrots. Jesus. This turned out really well. It's a Hue Forge of Rocket. A photo I took a while ago. That's 4 colors, monochromatic, good for Schnauzer, or really any dog that has black or white in their coat. What do you think? What I think is I still need to find somebody who could help me repair that CRT, because I miss playing my arcade with an old Windows XP computer inside. What did I do before 3D printing? I mean, seriously, I cannot imagine my life without it at this point. With so many collectibles going sky high, I have to wait until they go on sale, or if I'm lucky enough to get a review unit. But I can keep printing these things, and sometimes I do, over and over and over again. This I've only printed once, the Labubu Vader. Someone made a Stormtrooper mech. It's kind of fun. Decided to print it in the color. Oh, crap. There's also a similar C-3PO model that I did. Similar color, and I'm not going to drop this one. Got a Sith Labubu here, too. And I guess we're getting ready for Halloween soon. This Imperial Walker does articulate. Yes, it's 3D printed, and normally I would put it somewhere in here, where I've got all the other Imperial Walkers in my collection, or at least most of the ones that can fit on the shelf. But I don't know if I've got room for this one. I had room for that 3D printed one, and that 3D printed one. That's a lot of ones. Where there's a will, there's a way. If you thought I had a collection. No. This is a collection. And a half. You know, maybe one day. Maybe. But I think my ship has sailed. Like, in terms of trying to not just organize, but display. Like, where would you put everything in such a capacity that it seemed like it belonged? Oh, I believe I've got the same print. Look at this. It just goes on and on and on and on. And yet, there's so much that I don't have that I would love. And yeah, there is more than just Star Wars. We've got some Jurassic Parks, some Indiana Joneses, Ghostbusters, G.I. Joe, superheroes, you name it. It's what collectors do. We collect. This is a garage, or was a garage. No longer a garage. Oh man. This is great. Oh. Collectors can admire, and I'm admiring from afar, even though I'm really close. Super close. Well, it's been about 20 years since the air conditioner was first installed, and it seems to have died right in the middle of summer. And I am not in the position to be able to replace it. I thought about going to a heat pump next time around, because I've heard good things about heat pumps. But that's not going to be happening anytime soon. I've got maintenance coming out again. They were just here a few weeks ago saying, yeah, everything's looking good, but, you know, it's been 20 years, and when the coolant runs out, then it's done, because they can't replace the coolant. I guess they don't make the coolant anymore. So, yeah, one by one, life just seems to be taking things away from me. I found room for these 2 new Darth Vaders. This one was an interesting model. I like that one. This one, I ended up using a glow-in-the-dark rainbow filament. Both of them Polymaker filament. I'm very grateful to have that, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to print as much as I do. Maybe people would commission these from me, right? I could print them for others. Well, maybe not pictures of Rocket, but photos that they sent along. I could 3D print them monochromatically. Yoda lived without air conditioning, so can I. There, maybe? No. Nope. Ooh. Maybe. He's just, nope. I did just discover the other day that they're bringing fiber to the neighborhood, and I don't mean fiber that I need now as a 50-plus-year-old male. I mean with an ISP that had previously not been available to this neighborhood. I was a little incredulous at first, did a little research, and turns out that, yes, it's true. Fiber is coming to this neighborhood, which is good news. Now, you'd think I'd be most excited because of the speed bump. I'd be able to download 4 times as fast on the highest tier. You may be thinking, oh, Chris, you're excited for a better upload, and that would be substantially more because it would soon then be symmetrical, like 8 gig down, 8 gig up. I've never had a symmetrical connection as far as the internet was concerned. No, I'm not excited about the speed bump. That could very well be a law of diminishing returns, though it'll be nice. No, I'm excited because it will be a fraction of the cost. So I'll have broadband substantially faster for substantially less. And I mean substantial. Like a massive decrease for a business cost. I just don't know when it's going to happen yet. But that will be very, 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 very nice. Wonderful. What are you growling at? You don't even use the internet, Rocket. Hang on. The guy in front of me decided to order everything on the menu. They spent more on one meal than I do here in 2 months' time. Got the onion rings for free because I've been earning points. They call them crowns. Fast food used to be known for being cheap. Not so much anymore. It's relatively fast, but inexpensive. Nope. Hell, they're not even giving you free upgrades on extra pickles and extra onions anymore here. Slowly but surely, life is taking things away from me. The only thing it's giving back is weight. That is my fault, though. That's another Whopper Wednesday on the books. The upstairs unit is officially dead, which means this is done, and I no longer have air conditioning upstairs. And this one won't be too far behind this one in terms of failure. I'm trying to kiss you. Is that enough?
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, that's my plan.
There's the terrarium I got Gretchen for her birthday today, and I think it's time to toss whatever you were drinking here, hun. It's congealed. And there's a string in the middle of it. It's a coffee candle? Looky who's been vibe coding this week. All of these apps have been created over the past, couple of weeks. I've been a bit busy. Here's my next print that's going in the background. I vibe coded Quicks with Sparks. I don't know how to pronounce Kix, Q-I-X. How do you pronounce that? Either way, it works. It's a game that you can currently play over on arcade.pirillo.com. I've got these files loaded locally because I haven't necessarily revealed them there yet. You get a sneak peek. Of course, by the time you see these, they will be there on the arcade for y'all to play with. This is something where you can load an STL file, 3D file, and then blow it up. And then, you can move around the debris and everything like that. You can change all sorts of settings. There's also ribbon waves. This is a lot of fun. With this, you can just sit back and relax because there's nothing to actually control. And you can, of course, use the sliders. Jedi wanted to learn how to type, and I thought this would be kind of fun. Not exactly a typing tutor, not exactly something that would measure your typing speed, but you basically initiate and then start typing words, and you have 60 seconds to see how many words you can complete and keep score in local storage. I'm contacting aliens right now. The field shifts, changes, loads a different crop circle. Completely different. and there are different geometries that I've loaded in. Have fun. Now you can touch grass and make crop circles on arcade.pirillo.com. There's also Aqua Rings and Aqua Force. This started out as one of those games where I wanted to get the rings to float onto like spikes. Like, you know, those old games where you push the button and then water goes. Couldn't quite get it to work, but I didn't really want to throw it away. So I thought, well, why not just make it, a visual toy where you hold on to the mouse button or touch the screen, and then you could blow the rings all around this virtual tank with the bubbles going in the background. There's also a Zen garden maker, so you can plant rocks if you want everywhere, or stones, or whatever the hell they call those things. You can also use the rake. It's a 2-pronged rake. And draw. You can zoom out or zoom in, pan around. This is just something that I thought would be fun to do. It took me a while to get this working as well as it's working, even though it's not perfect. It's not bad. There's also this app. I kind of got, taken onto this topography kind of kick. And so this is Kinetic Craze. And you type in a word, or it gives you a default Pirillo, and then choose what you can do with those letters. So as you see, if I choose this transition, you'll have to pardon the blurriness because I've got a locked focus, and then just experiment moving your mouse cursor around, and just have fun. Just enjoy it, right? Like, you can export if you want. There's no official exporting feature. It was just more like, could I do this? And I did. Again, I said I was on a kick or a craze, so I'll type that in. C-R-A-Z-E. So did you hear the sounds? And so every time you hit a letter, it's a slightly different font, background, color, gradient, etc., and a sound. So you can type something, and you can hear it, and you can see. It's just, I don't know. If you never played Jezball, like in the early days of Windows 95, late days of Windows 3.1, this was a game that you could get for Windows. And I want to say it came with Windows. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, I vibe coded this. It works very, very well. You can see the classic retro ethos. I didn't put a randomizer on here because honestly, there wasn't too many things that you could randomize, nor did I put an export button on there. You can change the base color if you want. This is something that came up in brainstorming with AI. You can type in any word that you want, like cyberpunk is there. Here, let me just show you. C-H-R-I-S. And then you can change all sorts of values like ghosting, scan lines, and then you can export, you can introduce glitches randomly. And then the last thing was a synesthesia app. So as you press or click around the screen, you make sounds and sights. You can change the visuals. You can even have it respond to your mic. You can have an autoplay. You can change the scale if you're into musical scales. I've got to be tilting into 75 different free web apps that you can try on arcade.pirillo.com. I've been cleaning up around here, getting rid of things that had previously or are currently being stored, and I found some new pins for Jedi's collection because they weren't doing me any good.
Just have to learn to sleep. Does it say sleep? Sleep all night so your mommy will be bright. And is that and?
Mm-hmm.
And cherry to daddy. I also have it.
Santa couldn't spell.
I also have it. Was it on? On good authority that your daddy is going to quit smoking so you won't have to breathe that nasty air.
Even back then, I was kind of fascinated with Star Wars. Just a bit. Just a tiny bit. If I had $1 million, I would apparently start my own business, which I did. I still like Garbage Pail Kids. I don't know what I was thinking collecting baseball and football cards, though. Hey, Mom, what do you think about the iOS software now that it's been released in final form?
with that new one, 26,
Yeah,
whatever.
iOS 26, yep.
Whatever.
Yeah.
One word, it sucks. Okay, that's 2 words. It sucks. I'm visually impaired. I'm legally blind. And by what they did, it has made everything harder for me to see on my phone. And I use my phone a lot for magnification. And I guess I'm going to have to buy a magnifier now and put my phone away someplace because it is not good for people who cannot see.
Yeah, but didn't you have all the accessibility settings turned on like they told you to do?
Yes, I did call Apple Care, and they helped me through trying to make it darker so you could see it better. They said, well, you could change the contrast and everything. I already had my contrast changed because that was helping me see my phone better. But when I did that and when I hit the whatever the one button was that was supposed to make it better, the transparency better, didn't.
So you found throughout various parts of the experience visibility to be dramatically worse.
Yeah, the back button, I can't see that at all because it's so close to the background. It's like white on white. I mean, that's ridiculous.
So you've toggled every possible accessibility setting you can possibly toggle.
That's whatever Apple Cares told me to do. I did it.
Are you seriously thinking about trying an Android?
Actually, yeah.